Hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi, Alyssa.
Yes.
I am Sean Franklin, and you
Hi.
are, and you are
Alyssa Fitch.
awesome, awesome. Thanks for being here. What's been on your mind lately that you would like to talk about?
Um, well, I think this week I've been kind of feeling an identity crisis
Um,
because I ended up um quitting my job
mhm,
and so that I can be a full-time student for a year because I have some classes I have to catch up on after having surgery, and it wasn't
wow.
something I really anticipated, but so I've been feeling this week with the back to school,
Mhm.
everyone else going back, getting ready for their classes, and it's been a long time since I haven't had something to get ready for, and it's getting to me, and I haven't been sleeping great and everything.
That sounds like it's a lot.
It is.
Hmm. Well, tell me more about how that experience shows up for you and how it impacts you.
I mean, I think for me, on the one hand, I I knew I put a lot of stock in like my work and my professional identity. I am feeling that loss very much. And also, I mean, I enjoyed working with my students, and even though I know this, I I was left with not really another choice. Y- I'm feeling it, and then I'm conflicted, and I feel guilty that am upset about it because I also know I'm fortunate to be able to be in school, to even have this option, to have not just had to drop out of school or something. And so then I just feel like I need to be grateful for my situation, and, you know, grateful I had a job to quit and everything.
So I think I hear you saying that you're feeling stuck, and I hear a little bit concerning guilt.
Yes.
Um, help me understand that more. It's like you want to move, but something is holding you back.
Yeah, so I think I I'm sad, and to an extent I know my feelings are valid, but then it's also like, you hear about first world problems, and ultimately I'm very fortunate and I know that. And so I just feel like I should be focusing on what's ahead, but I'm still sad about what I've given up. And so I feel that conflict. And I think I feel pressed to have a new identity because I don't think I even realized how much I put stock in my job and being a teacher and my students and all of that. And now it's like I feel like I'm an 18-year-old, in college again. Like I haven't had a job. I haven't not had a job, and I mean, uh, since college. I mean, I started working when I was in college. I started teaching piano, and I've done some form of teaching ever since until now.
It's amazing that you're in the community education, and moving forward, you'll remain in the community. If I understand correctly, you're pursuing a degree to be an LSSP, school psychologist. Yes.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So since you've been in the community, it sounds like you don't feel worthy of becoming a school psychologist.
I think that's a good way to put it. I'm feeling that void, and it is. I think it's hard that I'm not going to be in a school setting at all this year. I knew when I was moving towards practicum and internship, I would, my employment situation would have to change or I'd have to quit. But I just wasn't prepared to have any sort of break from like working in schools and
Right.
working with students. And yeah, it is kind of like I'm just, this is it now. I'm just going to be a student for,
Mm,
it just doesn't feel like enough.
sounds a bit exhausting.
It is.
So, what do you notice about what you care about in the middle of all of this?
I mean, I think, I mean, it's things like now I'm like, if I meet someone and I'm introducing myself to someone, like, what do you do? Oh, I feel that void. I feel like I'm just a student, like, again, that's what you do when you're a kid. I'm too old to just be a student.
Mm. Okay, so you value connection,
Mhm.
and right now you're feeling a bit distant. What would it look like to take a small step toward that, even if it feels uncertain?
I mean, like, just embracing that I'm going to be a student and just accepting that.
In that direction, and in the direction of being an educator, if you can manage to reconnect in some way
Mhm.
with an environment that would remind you that you are an educator.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think I could maybe focus on, what I can start doing to research. Um, I'm sorry, it's asking for permission to record. Is it?
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. Okay. I hope it's been
it has been recorded.
okay. Okay. um, I think I could maybe focus on researching districts for practicum, maybe, and like looking forward to when they do the practicum and internship fair sometime next semester
Sure.
and focusing on that and like maybe looking at districts to possibly do practicum and internship and one day work and maybe just kind of, I don't know, dreaming about that, focusing on getting ready for a new job instead of like in education instead of what I've given up, maybe. I don't know. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
It is because what has to happen is that you have to have a sense. I'm wondering though, from what I hear you saying, that what has to happen for you, you have to have a sense of where you came from and where you're going and what's going on right now. So I'm wondering, how can you make connections in all those areas so you can have a sense of self?
I mean, maybe even just like reaching out to my now former coworkers and finding out how it's going getting ready and I don't know and I mean maybe taking the advantage of this time away to kind of reflect on my time in the classroom and what I want to learn from that to take forward as an LSSP to better help and support and maybe using it as a time to reset and learn from my past instead of just kind of barreling through.
Well, no one knows this and what fits your life like you know
Yeah.
what fits your life. And that's why we visited the values, you know. I mean, it sounds like you're trying to put what means most to you first. Um, So what do you think would help you feel a little more grounded, just this week?
I think I need to maybe hmm. So this week it's going to be the first week of school.
Sure.
So maybe I need to focus on like letting myself feel that I'm not there, maybe checking in with people who are and like, how is it going? How did it go? And maybe, you know, just like so I don't feel so disconnected, but also like I grieve. I just need to take time instead of beating myself up. I just need to grieve what, was and not pressure myself so much to just jump forward.
Yeah, so this idea, it seems like you're already thinking about that and processing that, and but it seems more like now you need to lean more into it.
Yeah.
So how would you try that, and what would let you know it helped? How would you try it? How would you know it helped?
I mean, I think maybe what I start by like on the first or even with meet the teacher, because I know at my school they've got meet the teacher tomorrow. And then the first day is the next day. And so look for the social media posts about it, see the pictures, see the newness, and just let myself, if I'm sad, if I want to cry or whatever, and just do it.
Sure, sure,
But also like check in because I don't like it's not like I have to quit talking to everyone who's ever worked in a school or something. It's not like I'm not going to know how to talk to people or something.
sure.
So, reaching out to former coworkers maybe and just asking, how did it go? And then letting myself ease that. And honestly, I mean, to know if it worked, I think, I mean, this sounds silly, but I think I'll know if it worked if I don't feel so preoccupied with trying to just like do my homework constantly. Like I realized I spent like a ridiculous amount of time doing like reading and research and stuff the past couple weeks. And I think it's because I'm just trying to, I don't I don't know, distract or move forward or something. And then I like to sleep again, like sleep through the night and not have the tumultuous nights, I guess.
Sure, sure. Uh, you said something, but it wasn't fully stated.
Okay.
It's almost like you h feel, guilt for abandoning the environment that you were in.
Yeah. I mean, it, yes, it meant a lot both like with my students and my coworkers and stuff like that. And like, this wasn't something that was planned. So it was like there were plans, for next year and all of that. And like I mean,
Stop
checking
short.
out the kids, who am I gonna have in my class? And, as a team, like what do we want to do different next year? Or let's make these plans and stuff like that. And so um it's just like it feels unfinished. Maybe that's a good way to put it.
Well, okay. Let me just see if I can, look at this, in its totality. So today we talked about, how being stuck, shows up for you,
Mm.
what matters to you, and, you choose a step that feels manageable. I appreciate how you stayed with that even when it was hard. You stuck with that painful experience and you continue to unpack it. What would you like to check in on and how that goes next time? And we can adjust from there. So, in our next session, what would you like to check in to see if it's accomplished? And then where will that lead us?
I think that I need to I probably need the accountability to actually have let myself, if I feel sad or something like that, to have done that instead of just like trying to distract myself with being productive or,
Sure.
'cause obviously focusing on what I have to do or what I can do is not working as much as I would like it to.
Okay, so you're gonna take this finite goal and you're gonna try to work through trying to connect with some of your peers during this back to school period. And then you're gonna see if this allows you to have some different frame of reference to feel as though you feel better about the choices you've made and not being consumed about with the direction you're going in.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. I gotta not focus on staying busy.
Well, listen, it has been a remarkable joy to be present with you today, and I look forward to our next session. And if you have any questions between time, email me or text me, and I'd be happy to respond.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Okay.